Okay, attorney Nate Amendola here for another video on what's on my bookshelf. Again, I'm just selecting 5 random books. Right now, we're going through all the books that are on the bookshelf in my office, and I'm just picking 5 random ones, and we're going through them 5 at a time. So here we go. What do I have here? The Daily Dad. 366 Meditations on Parenting, Love, and Raising Great Kids by Ryan Holiday. Okay, I am a big Ryan Holiday fan. He's written a lot of books on Stoic philosophy, and I think he would probably consider himself a modern day philosopher. He does a great job. I subscribe to 2 of his newsletters, which are, I only subscribe to about 3 or 4 newsletters, and his two, The Daily Dad, which is the email newsletter equivalent of this book, and the Daily Stoic I read every single day. Absolutely fantastic. I've written about that a lot. This is his book. The way it's divided up is it's by day, so it's each day's got a meditation, and they're just wonderful. I can't say I read them in this book on a day-to-day basis, but I think I've got 2 copies of this. A friend of mine, Chris Early, may have given me a copy. Thanks, Chris. And I think maybe my wife gave me a copy of this book. I've got one here. I think one at home. I've had this in my car from time to time and just refer back to it. It just does a great job about applying the principles of Stoic philosophy to parenting. I think it's called The Daily Dad because he's a dad. I don't think this would be inappropriate for a mom to read too, but I read this every day. It really just helps me put things in perspective. Or, well, I should say, I read either this or the email, his Daily Dad email that he sends out every day. It's just wonderful stuff. Really, really great. Helps you put it all into perspective and teaches you about Stoic philosophy, which is something I talk and write about a lot. The Daily Dad, Ryan Holiday, 2 thumbs up. Great job, Ryan. Go get it. Okay, this is just random, but I picked up another one. This must have just been right next to the Daily Dad. Discipline is Destiny, which is, again, by Ryan Holiday. The Power of Self-Control, which is one of those Stoic principles that the Stoic philosophers talk a lot about. Essentially, you can't really control things that happen externally to you. Those things just happen, and if you try to control those things, you are on a fool's errand because you have no control over those at all. What you do have control over, however, is the way that you respond, and not react, but the way you respond to those external events. That's a basic tenet of Stoic philosophy. Ryan talks about a lot. Marcus Aurelius talks a lot about. Seneca talks a lot about. Just very basic Stoic stuff that's really easy to understand and really powerful. I have not read this book in its entirety. My favorite book that Ryan's written is "The Obstacle Is the Way," which I'll talk about later. But I've written about that. I've thumbed through this. It's at my office. I actually think I've got 2 copies of this bad boy too. One here and one at home. But it really just talks about the importance of discipline and just it's the way that you respond to things that really helps you go through some difficult times. So this is really, again, second time I'm saying this, big Ryan Holiday fan. And actually, this reminds me, Discipline is Destiny. There's a great book called by Jocko Willink, Discipline Equals Freedom. And I talk a lot about and I write a lot about discipline, waking up early in the morning, making your bed, eating the right things, keeping the too many intoxicants out of your system. Really being disciplined is the way to get things done. It sucks. I hate being disciplined. It's my least favorite thing. But if I don't do it, I'm just off the rails, and it's not good for anybody, me or my clients. So I just got to keep it together and stay super disciplined. Get this. Okay, the Innovators Handbook. I think this is just a compilation of stories or I don't know, anecdotes or something put together by. There was this law firm mastermind group I joined, Hero Icon, put on by Ben Glass, and now I think he runs it with his son Brian. They do an awesome job. Really learned a lot from those guys in the last couple of years. I've taken a step back from it, not because they've done anything wrong, but because I've just been really busy and didn't fit with what I was doing right now. But they send out these publications. I definitely have not read this, cover to cover, but will from time to time, just flip through it, and it's just got some like stories and anecdotes and quotes and things like that. So good thing to keep by the bathroom or something like that. If you're looking, you know what, this is one of those good examples. If you're in court or you've got a job where you've got like some downtime, you look around and what are people doing? They're on their phones doing I literally don't know what they're doing. Looking at Amazon, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever people are doing these days. This is just something, this is like an easy thing to do. Just put this in your dang bag, in your purse or your briefcase or whatever you're carrying. Instead of going on your phone, just rip this bad boy open and read for 10 minutes. You do that, 5 times a week. There's an hour of reading. You've just made yourself stronger, better, faster, smarter, and you don't waste time, going on Instagram or something. So I don't know, put this thing in your bag. Another random one, but by the same fellow, Ben Glass, is that book I just showed. Renegade Lawyer Marketing. How today's solo and small law firm lawyers survive and thrive in a world of marketing vultures, 800-pound gorillas, and LegalZoom. I read this maybe 5 years or so ago. Definitely read it cover to cover before I joined Great Legal Marketing, which is just that group I was telling you about. Now they call it something different, but really great group. This book really helped me understand the importance of giving folks the right message and growing your law firm. So I think if you call Ben, he'll send you a free copy of this. I read it. It was awesome. Thank you, Ben. Very, very good one and very important. I have gifted this book a lot, including all the groomsmen in my wedding. Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. Negotiating as if your life depended on it. This fellow was an FBI hostage negotiator. He actually did a masterclass on that masterclass app that at one time I watched. I've read this book many, many times. I've recommended it to people. It's just a great book on how to negotiate. Obviously, if you're a lawyer or in your business, really do anything, you're married, you got kids, it's all about negotiating. Everyone's got a different style, but if you are not a good negotiator, which includes listening, the key is to listen more than you talk, you are not going to get very far in life. But this is a great guide on how to do it. 5 stars, 2 thumbs up. If you haven't read this and you don't own it, go get it. Never Split the Difference, Chris Voss. Thank you, Chris.